Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Jack's Mechanics. Today just going to be a very quick rundown on this Volvo XC70 3.2 litre 6-cylinder. It's all-wheel drive, and we just finished doing the cert belt. Nobody's ever changed it. It's done 250,000, but it's a bit of an odd one. Obviously we've got the engine set up here. This is the front of the engine. We've got the timing chains up here, but we also have the gearbox, and then we've obviously got the belt. It has a pulley that runs from underneath. You can see the pulley at the bottom there, and it runs through onto another belt and then onto the alternator there. So we just changed this belt, and it's taken a good few hours. Just a couple of things. First up, you need to take the compressor off. We're in Australia, so we had the battery here, so we'd pull the battery out. There's a little, you can't see it at the moment, but in the tensioner down here, when you need to load the tensioner up and put like a little Allen key in that hole right there, you need to basically try and load the tensioner up a bit more and pop a little Allen key in that hole to hold the tension on the tensioner. Pull your compressor off, and then start working on your power steering pump. So you've got a couple bolts, you've got your bracket, take that off, one bolt there, another bolt underneath, and then there's also a bolt for the power steering line down to the rack, the pressure line. It's bolted onto the gearbox, so you need to get that off, or take your bracket off as well. And then once you've done that, you need to work on these little bolts. There's two of them, one here and one 180 degrees opposing, and essentially this is coupled to the water pump. So you got your power steering pump and you got your water pump on the other side here. So you need to take that off so you can separate it and lift it up out of the way to run the belt over it. You put the belt back over, you put the pump back in, you bolt that all together, and you start running your belt. You get it around the tensioner and everything, get it around your alternator pulley, and then finally you put your compressor back on. You clip your compressor belt over. Actually, I put the belt on here, took it off the flat pulley. It's always easier to slide on the flat pulley, and then slide it back on that, deepen it, and that will hold the tension, and just start reassembling all of your stuff. But yeah, all your bolts, your power steering line, this bracket here's got to come off. Yeah, a bit of a time-consuming job. Don't take this job on lightly. It's quite a mechanically invested job, so if you're not mechanically minded, don't do this. Pay somebody professional to do it. But yeah, it's been a bit of a headache, and we're getting to the end of it now. So yeah, please consider liking, consider subscribing, and we'll see you at the next one.